Hey, New Heart Kids, I'm Adrian.
And I'm Courtney. We're so excited to be with you today. You're our favorite people in the whole world.
Facts. And here's what we want you to know today. His presence changes everything.
Yeah, let's say our verse together. This is our verse for the month, and this is the last Sunday of the verse. So, say it with me. Matthew 17:20. If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move.
That's right. And our story today comes from the Old Testament. New Heart Kids, do you know what the Old Testament is? Okay, so this is all of the stories and all of the wisdom and all of the writings in the Bible that lead up until the time of Jesus coming in the New Testament. And this is where our story comes from today.
Yeah, the Bible is so cool. Today, our story is about Moses. Moses is one of the greatest leaders of all time. He led Israel out of slavery in Egypt through a huge desert into God's promised land. There are so many cool stories about Moses.
That's right.
You probably know a lot of them. Stories of a whole sea parting in the middle.
Right.
Stories about shepherd's staff getting thrown on the ground and turning into a snake. And then, whoa, he grabbed it and it became a staff again. There's so many cool stories about Moses. Are we going to talk about one of those today?
Yes, we
oh
are.
My gosh, are you guys so excited? This is going to be the best.
But also, no, we're not.
Still be excited, but I am confused.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Moses and how he prayed.
Yeah, we're talking about Moses and how he prayed, and fire came and scorched the entire top of a mountain till it turned black with charcoal. Fire!
Yeah, that's a good story, but that's not where we're going today. You want to help me tell the story?
Yes.
I promise it'll be fun and crazy, and it's really kind of amazing.
Oh, I like all of those words. Okay. All of them. They're so amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, New Heart Kids, are you ready for this? If you're ready, say, ready! They're so ready. Okay, so Moses was a super awesome, amazing, super duper great leader, right?
All those
He's
things.
the adopted son of Pharaoh, the most powerful man in the entire universe. Yeah. Okay, well, definitely on Earth. I don't really know about Mars and Jupiter and what was happening in the ancient times. But
probably not much.
On Earth, he's the most powerful man. Right. Moses is his adopted son, but Moses is also an Israelite, and the Israelites were enslaved by Pharaoh. That's crazy. So one day Moses does a super bad, horrible thing, and he's like, oh no, someone's going to find out, and he runs away to the desert where he has to spend 40 years there. He never wants to go back, but then God shows up to him in a burning bush and says, Moses, go back to Egypt and let my people go.
That's right. So Moses was an incredible leader.
Yeah.
Somehow, he is the one that led all of these enslaved people out of Egypt, and no one was able to stop him. All of the kings in the area were like, how did this man become such an incredible leader, become so powerful that he's the leader of this most new, powerful nation that no one had ever even seen before? It was absolutely crazy.
Yeah, everybody wanted to know his secret.
Right.
And I do too. What's his secret?
Well, I don't think you're going to be able to guess it.
I probably could, but I'm not going to try. New Heart Kids, could you guess this? What do you think his secret is? Actually, I am going to try. Okay, I bet it was an army of tiny trolls that no one could see, but they marched in ahead and they attacked the entire army, so they ran away screaming, but no one ever saw them, so they thought it was Moses.
It's very intense.
Or Moses was the world's first superhero. Ooh. Before Captain America, no one knew it, but he was. Strength of the Hulk, armor of Iron Man, and fly like Superman.
Oh, wow.
That's it, isn't it?
You know, he didn't have any armor or a cool shield like Captain America. He couldn't really fly.
What?
But he did have a couple of cool things. A sweet robe and a fluffy beard. But to the rest of those things, nope, not at all. New Heart Kids, what do you think Moses' superpower was? Shout a few things out. Oh, that's weird.
Oh. I want that one.
Those are all really interesting ideas.
Yeah.
Thank you for shouting that out. They're all interesting. But you know what? You'll see in just a moment. Tell them about the tent.
The tent. Moses has this tent, and he sets it up wherever they go. Right. It's not his tent. He doesn't sleep in it. He doesn't eat in it. He talks to God in it. The tent was for anyone, not just Moses. Yeah. Anyone in Israel who wanted to talk to God could go to this tent. Whenever Moses walked towards the tent, everybody would watch. And they would watch Moses walk into the tent, and then the huge pillar of cloud that was always going ahead of them wherever they went, that represented God's presence with them, would move from outside the camp to right by the tent, and Moses would be in there talking to God.
That's right. And anytime this giant pillar of cloud, the symbol of God's presence, showed up, all of the people would worship. So Moses goes in the tent. The pillar of cloud appears. People are worshiping. And inside the tent, Moses is face to face with God, talking just as close as I am to you.
I bet God had better breath.
I bet God has the best breath in the whole world.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, in one of these conversations, sorry, Newhart kids. It's
not
just
that
he's wonderful, but that's stinky.
I had some broccoli.
You did. In one of those conversations that they had, Moses said to the Lord, "You said to take your people to the promised land.
Yeah.
If you want me to do this, you gotta tell me who's going with me." Moses begged, "Lord, if you don't go with us personally, don't send us.
Yeah.
Don't make us go. It's your presence that makes us your people.
Right.
The people you love and you live with and you lead personally."
That's right. And so God agrees. He says, okay, you know what? I will listen to you. I will come with you. I'm going to go with you because I love you. I know you by name. I'm with you.
Yeah.
And you would think that that would be enough for Moses, right? You would think he'd be like, okay, God's going with me.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be great. We're going to win. We're going to have the best time.
This is awesome.
But then he goes and asks something really, really wild.
What does he ask?
He asks to see God's glorious presence.
Does God do it? Does he see it?
Oh, yeah, he does
God
it.
show it to him?
See, it's so crazy because at this point, no one's ever seen God face to face. Even when Moses was meeting with God in the tent so close, no one had seen God face to face. And God says, you know what? Okay, I'm going to make all of my goodness, all the goodness that is me, pass before you.
Wow.
But I am so good, so amazing, so beautiful and incredible that if anyone sees me face to face, they couldn't even survive it. And so what God does is he starts to pass his goodness in front of Moses. And then he covers Moses with his hand so he can't fully see his face. He wants him to survive this incredible, amazing moment. And he calls out as he's going. He says, I am that I am the Lord. I am full of compassion and mercy. I am slow to anger and filled with unfailing love.
Wow.
It's an incredible moment.
Wow, he got to be right in the middle of God's presence and see God himself. That's awesome. I still don't know that I figured out the secret yet. Yeah. Have you, Newhart kids? Tell me the secret.
It's not
spam.
spam.
Some of them got it.
Nope, it's not spam.
I think some. Oh, that wasn't it? Okay. Oh, that was the secret. Was that the secret? I don't know. Some of them got it. Some of them are still as confused as me. But I thought we were going to talk about prayer, and you're just talking about Moses talking to God.
Well,
I'm kind of confused.
Yeah, we did. We did talk about prayer.
When? When did we talk about prayer?
This whole thing is all about prayer. Prayer is talking to God. And that's what Moses was doing. He was talking to God like you would talk to a friend.
Wow, he did.
Yeah.
He was just talking to God, and he asked for bold things of God.
That's right.
And when God answered him, he asked for something else. I bet we can do that too. I love that he asked God himself to lead him, to lead the people, go with them wherever they went. And he asked to see God's presence.
That's right. And you figured it out. Newhart kids, right there where you are. Give Courtney a round of applause. Oh my God. You're amazing.
I am amazing. I'm so smart.
And you know what? And
I figured it out.
You did. And I know some of you guys figured it out too. So hey, bravo. Good job. Good job, everybody.
What was it that we figured out? What did we say that it was when we knew that we figured it out?
Oh, you still didn't.
No, we knew it. We knew it. But we want to know that you that you know it.
Yeah, okay. So the thing is, it's God's presence.
Oh,
you see,
yeah,
Moses,
that's what I was saying.
That's what, no. Moses didn't have any special powers. He couldn't fly. He couldn't shoot laser beams or do anything crazy. But what he did was ask God for his presence to go with him everywhere that he went. All the time, to be surrounded by God's presence. You know, he didn't pray for all these crazy miracles. He just wanted God to be close. And that was more than enough.
Yeah, wow. And then the mountain was scorched with fire. But it wasn't because Moses was so awesome. It was because of God's presence with Moses. And every king in the country had heard about it. Yeah. They weren't scared of Moses. They were scared of how powerful the most powerful king in all the world was, which is God. And you know what?
What?
God is that powerful now. He hasn't changed. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. That same God that was with Moses is with you, New Heart kids, and is with me.
That's right.
And he wants us to ask him the things that we need, of course.
Yeah.
So if you need something, ask him. But the most important prayer of all is to ask for his presence to be with you. Always.
That's right. And mountains move in the presence of God. I'm talking about those things in our lives that are just so difficult and so much bigger than we could ever handle on our own.
Yeah.
Those things move when God is present. People that are sick get healed in the presence of God.
Yeah.
If you want good things to fill your life, you've got to stay in God's presence. He wants to be with you always.
Yes.
He's just waiting for you and I to ask.
Yeah, New Heart kids, this week, even right now in this moment, ask God's presence to be with you. Ask God, I just want to be in your presence. And listen, because he will answer you.
Yes, he will.
He loves you. All he wants is to be with you. He's just waiting for your invitation.
That's right. And let's remember, his presence changes everything.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's say our scripture verse together. Matthew 17:20. If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move.
That's right.
Yeah.
New Heart kids, we love you guys so much.
Oh, we almost forgot our declaration.
Oh my gosh. We
you wanna
almost
lead us
forgot.
through it?
I don't. You go ahead.
Okay, let's say this together. Go ahead and stand up on your feet. Pastor Adrian's going to say it with me.
I am.
Okay. I'm loved by God.
I am loved by God.
I'm a child of the
I'm
King.
a child of the King.
I am strong and I am brave.
I'm strong and I'm brave.
I am wise and I'm kind.
I'm wise and I'm kind.
I'm a leader.
I'm a leader.
I have a mission.
I have a mission.
I will change the world.
I'll change the world. Woo! We love you,
love
New
you,
Heart kids. We'll see you
Bye.
later.